And I have her on both just because I had to run back in the house and get my cell phone. But we let's see here if I can pause what's going on behind me. I love to watch YouTube when I'm when I'm grooming. Anyway, her coat is about 3 inches long, and we're gonna cut it down to an inch. We're gonna do an inch. Let's see, what is this? 24 millimeters, 1 inch. We might go down to 5/8, which is a half an inch, but I'm gonna try the 1 inch first. Better put it on my little shaver here. And I'm gonna oil my blades. And actually I'm gonna clean my blades out a little bit real quick because they weren't cleaned after I used them last. So I've got two bigger puppies that I need to. I know, you're okay, sweet girl. She's on this minimum of once a month, sometimes twice a month, but she's still shaking. You're okay, baby. She's my baby doll. She is my baby doll. Okay, this is Midge. Midge, let's take your legs out so you can turn around. Let's get a leg out. Boop. Good girl. That's a little tall for you, huh? That's just a little tall for you. Can you say hi to everybody? Yeah. You're okay. You're okay. I'm going to do a quick rush through on her and just, oh yeah, she doesn't need the big slicker. She needs the puppy slicker. We're just going to do a small. I don't know where my puppy slicker is. Let's see if I can find it. Mostly it's her feet because they've been getting wet from the rain and the grass gets them wet. I trimmed up her feet already last week. And I shortened her ears a little bit. And I had trimmed her bangs last month too short. So that's what I'm wanting to match. So I gave her a nice little clip on her mustache. And she gets lots of loving. So I just want to make sure I'm not beginning to develop any mats. She is not losing her adult coat yet. Sometimes they start as early as 6 months, but typically it's around 9 months when they start losing their adult coat. And brushing through it just helps. I blew her out last week. She got a bath too. It just helps so that the clippers with the blade guard on it will go through easier because there's no mats, but there are little tangles, just like, our hair. If we don't brush it every day, it gets a little tangled. Less so on these puppies' coats. They're just so soft. They just don't tangle the same. But I really love on her at night and give her a full body massage and stuff. Let's see. What do you think? What do you think? You can see the oils from my hands because I use essential oils at night. And so it gets on her coat, but it only helps her coat. So now that I've gone through her whole coat with the brush, the slicker brush, I'm just going to just check her out with a comb. Oh, yes, you'll feel really good. Yeah. So the comb is how you test if you've gotten down to the skin or not. And I'm gonna actually lower this so we can see her whole body. She's so big and cute. You are so cute. Yes, you are. So there's a little bit of resistance. That means I'm just working through the remainder of any little tangles that she has. And it'll get some of the hair that she has lost. It actually pulls it out more. It's not much. Where is it? There it is. It's a little bit. But that's very normal because they do lose their hair. They just don't drop it like a lab or a golden retriever or anything like that. They or husky. Now huskies do keep their undercoat in them, so they do end up having to get their undercoat brushed out, and they can mat. But these guys, it just kind of stays in their coat, just a little teeny bit, until we comb it out or brush it out. Okay, baby, I think we could start. Let's see. Let's see how short this does it. So I'm using a vacuum. Gonna put your head down for me. And what's great about this little machine is the vacuum kind of sucks the hair towards the blade. I don't know. I think we could go a little shorter. Maybe not. Let's see. This might be this all the same size. Yeah, this is a good size. This is a good length. So we're gonna go against her growth so that way we get it all. I don't know if you can see already. It matches her bangs. So I'm gonna get under her ears. I like to leave the face just a little longer, but I will take some off the jowl area. You're being a stinker. Do I? I'm gonna go ahead and put your legs on so I can. Let's put one leg in. One leg. That way you can't turn around too much. There you go. Okay. And I just have it on number one. So it's just kind of lightly pulling the hair. I'm gonna even do the ears a little bit, layer them just a little bit. It's so hot and humid out. Might as well give her a nice fresh cut so she feels better. Boop, boop, boop. There you go. Hi, everybody. Okay. Hi, kiddo. How you doing? I have not been on for a while. We have been getting flooring put in, and actually, we're getting flooring put in this house this weekend. I'm so excited. Whoop. Um, I'm going against the hair just to get it to the right length here. Look how cute she's looking already. You're looking so cute. Let's get your neck. Yeah. And then I'm gonna come up and go the opposite direction, and it's gonna pull the hair towards the blade. I think I got this little machine for under. The only thing about it is if you don't have your dog brushed out, if you have any mats, forget it because it's plastic, um, got plastic attachments, and they won't go through the mats at all. So I'm gonna take her head off so I can get her neck. I did call you kiddo. Okay. So we're just gonna, boy, these are not acting like they are sharp. I wonder if I need to buy a new blade. I hope they sell blades for this machine because it sure is nice. I got it for under 50 bucks, I think, or under 60 for sure. It might have been 59. It's not wanting to cut. It is not wanting to cut. Shoot, that's a bummer. Let me see if I can. I'm going to take the blade off and just get some of this hair out. But I am thinking this blade is dull. Bummer. I do have a guy that will sharpen them for me, but then I'm without my whole unit and I only had only one blade came with it. So hopefully, I'm thinking there's hair. Oh yeah. So I'm gonna put my nail under. Well, I don't want to injure. These are not metal. They're made out of, not actually sure what this one's made out of. Let's see if I can get the hair that's behind the blade. Let me take a second brush. Get back there. Let's see. We'll get the other side. Sorry about the noise. Yeah, there's hair stuck in there. Come on. Let's just see if we can. I'm going to take this, will go in between it. Now, yeah, I don't know. Oh no, I'm so bummed. I'm gonna use my other clippers if I can't use these, but really hoping I should do it. Okay, now, good. Got the hair out of there. Okay, dry that off. So I just used a clipper blade cleaner spray. It actually cools the blades also. It's a coolant, disinfectant. It's not cheap, but it's really nice to have if you can't get into the little fine areas. So let's just see. Let's see how that worked. Where are you going over there? Hey, I'm glad I have you in one leg. You would have tried to jump off this table. It's too high for you. Okay. Okay. Just going to put a little bit more oil on the sides of the blade. You're going to come back over here. You're making me a little nervous over there. Don't do that. Don't do that. So little, she is such a doll baby. She is an up and comer in my program. She's the smallest girl that I've kept back. I'm really excited, but oh my goodness, her temperament and personality is to die for. Love this little girl so much. I love all my dogs. Okay, let's give it a try, sweet girl. I'm gonna turn up. I don't know if it's loud for you guys. I'm wearing my earbud just in case. Let me just see if this does. Oh, that was the trick. I don't know if you could see that, or that cut that really nice look. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna just. I also have it on a higher vacuum. I would say the only trick with this is working with the hose. It's not kind of tricky because you don't have full like movement. It's like the long hairs right here. Let's get this ear. I don't think we got this ear. You got to come back over here. Where are you going? Where are you going, you silly girl? Where are you going? Where's Billy? Where's Billy? I like to get right at the side of the eyes a little bit shorter, and then I leave down here a little bit longer. Let's see this. Oh, look how good that's working. Okay, let's get behind this ear. Oh, you are being hilarious. She's very spoiled, guys. She's being hilarious about moving around like this. Okay, so we're gonna get another ear. This is cutting really nicely now. Sometimes it just gets a little bit of hair stuck behind the we're just gonna get her neck so I can put the I know, making that noise again. Sometimes when it pulls the hair too quickly to the blade, it's too much hair and it makes a funny noise. It vibrates in my, um, so it kind of, whoop. Yeah, we're gonna get underneath this here. You gotta kind of get back in the camera view, sweet girl. Yeah. I wonder if I could move this way just a little bit. There we go. We're trying to get it so it's all, so I'm able to see now where the longer hairs are. And then I can just kind of go back over that section. Watch this. I'm going to go upwards. See how it pulls through the blade? And her coat's just so smooth. Oh, she's a pretty girl. The other thing that's nice about this is she won't have any hair all in her coat. Since I just bathed her, I don't really need to wash her again. Um, at the top here, you can see the top is still a little long. Let's see if I can go against the growth. It's just a little bit shorter. Now, if I were to bathe her and blow her out again, she'd look really smooth and fluffy and stuff. But I kind of like the natural look where they look a little bit messy. I like that look. My curly shaped dogs, I don't really have any breeders at a curly place, but I started out with one and I used to blow her out, make sure she had no mats, and then I would let her jump in the pool and then dry naturally, or I'd wet her down with the hose because I loved her spiral curls. They were so pretty. Because the fleece coat is not as wiry as a wool coat like a poodle has. But we're going to be repeating this litter because her mama had some pretty puppies. And it was an oops litter, but we are doing it again on purpose because their temperaments and personalities are just adorable. Mhm. I'm going to lift up I think I can put the thing on her head. Can you guys hear that, or um, is it quiet because I have my earbuds in? The new earbuds are supposed to knock out any extra noise. Um, okay, we're going to set up here. Let's see what questions. What the dog doing? The dog is looking everywhere and wanting to do anything but be on this. Look at that. Feeling so good. So I'm going to hold her by her back of her paw. You can actually hold the hair back there so that you can kind of control it. You're not pulling it. It's just you're holding it. That way I can get right up to her toes. Get on the side real good. I'm going to pull it all the way at the front. Look at that. Look at that, sweet girl. Yeah, now I'm going to get underneath. And we're going against the hair because it's a longer blade. So I like to try, that helps it get it a little bit more even. It pulls it out from the skin just because I didn't just freshly blow her out. It's laying down a little bit more. Let's see, can we put your head up for a second? Let me get your belly, get your chest. Oh, there's a good girl. That's a good girl. I'm so proud of you. I love that she's not a major licker. Her grandmother tongue was nonstop. Some of her puppies inherited it. She didn't. I'm so glad about. Can we have you turn this way for me? I'm gonna get your elbow back here. Then I'm gonna have her put her leg up like this just a little so I can get right on the back of. I take scissors and just kind of shape it a little bit because of the pads of her feet, it's a little hard to get it exactly flat. That's looking pretty good so far. Look at that. And look how dark your coat is. Such a pretty color. Such a pretty color. Okay, I'm gonna turn this around. Sometimes you have to readjust where the hose goes because it gets twisted a little bit if you're moving it. Look at you. Oh, you're gonna be so cute. You're gonna be so cute and a little bit cooler when you go out to go potty. Yeah. 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 I'm gonna lift this leg up and we're gonna get under this underarm a little bit here. I'm gonna lift this leg up and get under this underarm. So when you're working on one side, you can lift the opposite side up, and that helps them put the weight on it, and then they can't be prancing around. Plus, to get on her chest down here, we need to have one lifted up, and I'll go on the other side and do the same thing to get this side. Okay, let me get this leg a little bit. Let's get this leg. If I just straighten your leg a little bit, there you go. Good girl. So I'm just kind of carefully, you want to be careful because you don't want to stick her in between her toes with the attachment. But now, okay, now I'm going to put her weight on this leg so she keeps it nice and straight for me. And we're going to move you this way so they can see. And then I can get underneath and get this done. Yeah. The hose is kind of a pain. Let's get this right here. Look at that in a second. Oh. Okay, now I need to get the back of her leg. I'm gonna just lift up the light a little bit. You can kind of go against where you see the wave turning, and then it'll even it out. I normally do this right after I blow them out, but can't remember what was going on that day. I think I was getting the flooring in my house and I had to go check on something. And I said, well, we didn't, we weren't able to get you all done today, but that's okay. Plus, honestly, for these little puppies, when they are shaken, she's doing better now, but it just doesn't stress them as much. Oop. Yeah. So, kiddo, I already did call you kiddo. I can't say kiddo the whole time I'm grooming. So I'm pulling her skin up just so I can kind of get underneath on the side part right here. There we go. It's doing such a good job. It's doing such a good job. Look at that. Look at that. That is really good. You see that? Uh, I'm still gonna look in to see if anyone's on their phone and they want to check for me. I'm trying to think what the name of this one is. It is called. What is it called? Oh, that's weird. There is no name on this little unit. I'm gonna have to look up in my Amazon cart to see what the name was. Usually they have the name on the unit. Okay, we're gonna turn you this way. Are you twisting yourself around? Nope, it's not too tight. Let's turn you around, loosen it up off your neck. There you go. Okay, that's better. I don't like that pulling on you. So we're just gonna come over here and I'm just gonna kind of take the hair underneath and just hold it, like so I can hold her skin so it doesn't move. Let's see. Turn your head this way. Get back the hair there. And this vacuum is just awesome because it just pulls the hair right through the blades. It helps get it nice and even. So we're gonna do back here. Look at that, it looks so good. It's doing such a good job. Whoop. Pulling a lot of the hair. There we go. And you can see some long hairs that get intermixed in there because you have to just kind of move the blade a little bit of a different direction. And I'm gonna take her leg out. Can I take your leg out? Whoop. And you're gonna flip around. Let's get your back. Look at that. What I like about this is I don't get hair all over me. Because when you're flipping and it falls, doesn't matter how careful you are, you still end up getting hair on you. Okay. Look at that. Oh, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. Look at that other side in a second. Look at this one. There we go. I do have it on the number 3 vacuum, so it's pulling it as hard as it can. And it sounds like it's time to clean the vacuum out. So I'm going to do that. So we're not straining the motor too much. Oh, that's looking so good. That's looking so good. So I turn it off. Then I can kind of show you guys what. I've got my plug across the top of this. It's weird. Okay. We're going to take this off. And it's all full of hair. Put this in the trash. What do you think? What do you think, little girl? The back just pops open. Look at the light hair that's in there from your ends. And it's definitely darker near the roots. There we go. Okay, got it all cleaned out. Close it up. Stick it back on here. Sometimes you do need to clean the filter out. So let me show you what the filter looks like. It just pops right off. This is what's at the machine. This is the hair that's, see if I can just get, yeah, look at that. Just using a slicker to kind of grab it. Yeah, that's great. Nice and clean. So we'll just pop that back onto the unit. Just like that. Stick when this one has. You can see the little fine, couple little fine hairs going through. Which is why it was on the, okay, now I have hair everywhere. Because I just blew it all over. Okay, let's see here. Okay, so now we're gonna turn it back on, turn it up to 3. You're doing good, little girl. Let me get right here. Right at the dew claw. I'm being super careful because I don't want to snag her dew claw. But I want it to be the same length as the rest of her legs. This side too. Good girl. Okay, let's see. Oh, you're doing good. Okay, so just a little bit more. Put those ears right there. Oh, we got to get this side. You haven't done this side, have you? Okay, there we go. And we kind of can get the ear hair right there to be equal to her head. Nice. I didn't do this ear yet. You were wiggling. You're being a little wiggler when we first started, huh? She's calming down. She's like, oh, this isn't so bad. This isn't so bad. Let's get your back leg now. Let's get your, thank you. She is a cutie pie. I just love this girl. Her name is Midge, short for Princess Margaret, but we call her Midge. Midgie, little girl. Uh, but even on the tummy, it's kind of nice because it pulls all those little fine hairs. I'm going to show you that separately. I'll lift up her front paws and I'll go a little shorter in her on her tummy area near her privates when I'm doing the. I think I did a sanitary cut already on her, but I didn't clean up her tummy. I was just doing a quick cut. I like the tail the same length. I hate it when I see ALDs or Labradoodles that have the really long tail and their body's short. I just think it looks ridiculous. That's my own personal preference. I mean, really, it is supposed to be all the same length, but longer. But it is easy to keep them short, especially in the summer when they want to get in the water and play in the water and stuff outside. Just they dry off quicker. They brush out easier. I do love to leave a little bit of length. My bigger ones, I cut down to a number 10, which is basically they're not bald. They have hair, but it's pretty short. But they grow out so fast, and that way they can really have fun in the water, and I don't have to brush them out at that length before we're going to run out into the water. Ooh, okay, so now we're going to get this back leg. We're going to lift this one up. I'm just going to go against it so we're getting it nice and even. And the high vacuum level, I think some hair from the filter got in my nose. But yeah, I will. What I will do is when this video is done, I'll post the link to this little unit and hopefully I will find replacement blades for it. um, and post those too, because it's always nice to have extra, and I don't right now. So I'm just crossing my fingers that it'll work. I've got two more puppies to work on, and they're bigger and have a little bit of a thicker coat. Both mommy and daddy have very thick coats. I like their coat. It's really easy to maintain. Okay, I'm gonna go back and this one, see how it's longer. Whoop, that was thick. The blade said, slow down, lady. Silly. Whoop, whoop. So my next quest is to find a little boy that's her size or even smaller. I wouldn't mind finding a smaller little boy. I don't have one in my program that I can breed with her. I have a little 16-pound boy, but he gets to be with my big girls because I'm wanting them to have smaller puppies. He is adorable. Okay, we're gonna lift up her legs so she straightens her back foot so I can kind of get as close to her toes as possible. I already trimmed up her feet last week. I may need to do it a little bit. You're being silly, little girl. It's like, let this move any way we can so that it's not convenient, right? I'm just kind of going up the inside of her legs with this length, and then I'll catch her probably starting about halfway on the inside with the shorter blade, which will just keep her cooler and clean. Because when she goes out in the grass, she's short enough that she gets her chest and tummy get wet. I need to lift this leg up and get underneath. There you go. Lift this leg up. There you go. Okay. Let's get the front of this leg. Let's get the front. You'll be able to get your foot on this side? Yep. That's okay. The inside the tree. Yep. Okay. Now I'm just gonna get this part of the tummy, the chest. Put that longer hair right there. Where are you guys watching from today? I'm in South Carolina, and we've had a drought for since January, really. And then all of a sudden, we're getting lots of rain. So finally, I had green grass in my backyard. It was brown. And it's grass in the spring is never brown in the South, but it was. It was dead. As a matter of fact, most of my yard was dirt because the grass had been trampled so much. Does not make for pretty pictures, that's for sure. Not as much work as the green. Time to mow it again, and I just mowed it almost to where I'm going to have to mow it twice a week. I like to keep it short for my dogs because then I can make sure I have it nice and clean. Kind of know about that. Okay. Okay, now we're gonna do, oh, we didn't do this foot very well. Let's do it a little bit better. You are hilarious. You're cracking me up, little girl. Okay, now let's get your tail. Can we get your tail? This is gonna be interesting. I think I'm gonna have to put her back legs in. Uh-uh. She's trying to pull out. Okay, there we go. There we go. You are cracking me up. She's pulling as hard as she can. I'm just gonna hold the tip of the tail. I'm gonna go against it just like I did the body. All sides, kind of going around in a circle to make sure that all sides are the same. Because it kind of, the tail hair lays sideways. You can kind of see it sitting in the back area right there. I'm kind of going against the growth. And then somehow we're going to get this end There we go. Be careful that the end doesn't get through the. Whoop. Oh, there we go. Whoop. You don't want to put the blades of the attachment through the tail because then it'll cut it really short. And I want it the same length as her body. So I think you got it. She is twisting this tail all around. She's like, no, don't mess with my tail. Okay, now, so she's pretty much done. Kind of this one. Turn this off. Okay, now we're going to take I'm going to take the real shortest, because I don't want to get her skin. I don't want to clip her on accident. I don't want to, it doesn't need to be to the skin. Well, we can do this. There we go. But I am going to get, I have to take her legs out. Let's take her legs out. Let's take her legs out. There we go. Good girl. Okay, so now, oh, oh, the tail. Can you not, it's cookie. There you go. I don't want this to accidentally grab her tail hair. We're just cleaning up the kind of center of her tummy. The oh, inside of her legs here. And I'm not going to her skin. I'm just kind of letting the neck and seeing I'm actually not putting it flat here. I'm putting it more on the tips just so that it won't go too short right there. There we go. Good. Okay. That's done. Just, let's just she's going to have her first peek. So I kind of want it. There we go. So now we're all done. There we go. So now we're all done. She's a sweet girl. You look so cute. So I'm going to take the blow dryer and just blow her off real quick just to make sure she's not, doesn't have hairs because there is some hair. Fine, baby. Yes. Oh, do this. Since I have to do the boys, that's all I'm going to do on her today. It's not perfect, but you know what? It will work. Sorry about that loud. Let me see. Oh, now there's hair flying everywhere. There's just a couple places when I did that. Mhm. Yeah. Oh, there you go. There you go. Mhm. Oh, okay, well, it would be a lot more even if I had done it right after I blowed her out when I washed her, but I think you look cute. You're so cute. I really have a little long hair as we could get. Just a few. Just a few. Oh, that feels so good, doesn't it? Okay, you want to say bye to? Oh, let's get this ear too. Not the other side. Get this ear. You just hold the bottom of the ear, and then you go against the growth, and that way the ears are the same length as her body too. And I had already shortened them. You see, Papai? You say bye-bye? Huh? Yeah. Okay. We'll see you later. I'm gonna be on just a little bit. I'm gonna go grab something to eat, and then I'm gonna do the two boys. Actually, I'm saying bye, but I'm gonna just trim up her feet a little teeny bit. Here's some longer hair. Oop, let's trim it out. Let's make it more. There we go. Yeah. I did her nails last week too. That's good. If you put the scissors kind of on the table, that lets you know how short you can cut it. It gives you a nice guide. Let's see the other side. Yeah. Oop. Getting that short. Just to kind of make them look a little bit more even, not so long right there on the sides. Yep. I think that looks better. Let me get your back feet. They're doing the same thing. Get back here. Yep. Yep. Hold on. Good girl. They're a little long in the front, aren't they? Where's your nail? Like, take off some of that length. Oop. Just gonna layer it just a little bit at her toes because the vacuum couldn't really get that section. I'm gonna just smooth this off here, make it look a little flatter. Well, did I do it too much? Here. Flip this other leg so I can see because she's really spreading her legs. Here. There you go. Let's see if I can get under here now. That's better than she was like standing on the side of her foot. Okay. And get the front a little bit. Back right here too. There we go. Okay. Just get the tips of it, the very tips. Sideways. Stand on it straight, silly girl. Yeah. Stand on it straight. That's looking better. Right there. Okay, are we all done? Get right at her. Right at her toenails. Underneath them there. Look. What's your thank you? Oh, you're gonna hide in my neck. You're gonna hide in my neck. Okay, now we're done. Yay! Okay, take care, everybody. Bye, kiddo.